a motivational speaker and entrepreneur.
I started that particular thing not in just in front of my friends. I started going to colleges and then cities and giving small interviews like this.
His mission is to help people become key opinion leaders.
Because I see it as race and I want to do it all. I just want to do it all. I want to be everywhere. I want to prove my worth everyone.
NewsX influencer A-list proudly recognizes Raj Shamani for influence in motivational speech and business leadership. Hello and welcome. You're joining us on this very special interview as part of our NewsX influencer A-list series. Now with us today is somebody who started motivational speaking at the age of 16. He's 24 now. He has had more than 200 plus speeches in over 26 countries. And he is, of course, here with us on the show, Raj Shamani. Raj, thank you so much for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you on NewsX.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm just astounded with the warm welcome you have given me. Thanks.
All right. So, Raj, let's start and let's discuss your hustle, because you were just telling us that, you're 24, overworked. Tell us, Raj, so you were 16 when you started the entire, motivational speaking, shenanigan, if I may say so. Now 16-year-olds are looking for advice themselves. How did you start motivational speaking at that age?
Oh, so I started business, at the age of 16 itself. So my business started working. And just because all my friends were asking me that, oh, how did you start the business at this age and how are you making it work? I started giving them advices. I started telling them what was I doing right, what was I doing wrong. And that picked up pretty well. So I started that particular thing not in just in front of my friends. I started going to colleges and then cities and giving small interviews like this, because I just wanted to do it because I was enjoying. And the only thing is, I think I did no, I think the only thing I did was I fulfilled the supply and demand gap. Nobody wanted to at that time go to YouTube and learn all this stuff. I was going learn and then talking to my friends in a way which is fun.
All right. So not just universities, but from what we understand, you've spoken at the TEDx, and you've spoken at the UN, and name it and you've done it. What is the one thing that has stuck with you, Raj?
One thing, the only thing which is stuck with me is I see this entire thing as a race. Okay. I'm not like a monk person. I don't think that we all are having our own races. I'm a very realistic person. So I see all of this as race. So I want to win it. And that's the only thing which has taken me from a small city to the top colleges of the world, to Harvard, to Babson, to United Nations, to all of these places, because I see it as race and I want to do it all. I just want to do it all. I want to be everywhere. I want to prove my worth everyone.
All right, that's fair, because you, in a sense, are, of course, one of the internet's favorite motivational speakers. So, Raj, it is only going to be fair to ask you this next question. When it comes to digital motivational speaking or reaching out to your audience via the digital platform, there are multiple things that change, because you can't see your audience, because being physically present on a stage and the warmth that you get, the kind of reaction that you get is very different. Digital content creation is completely different. So how exactly is it that you cope with that? And, how did your journey transpire?
It's not that difficult if you understand, it's the whole game is about setting the context. Content is easy. Correct. The setting the context that's what you're talking about. So what I did, when I started, I had a team of 2 people. There was one videographer and a manager. Now I have a team of 9 people. So when I started that, I bought that board. If you can see it back right here, I bought that board. Correct. I took it, I put that board in front of me, and then I made 2 of my employees sit right in front of me, my team members. And I would talk to them and we'll record it from the different angles. So I was as if the entire video looked as if I'm talking to other person, because that's what I was doing. Yeah. So on the videos also, I try to give a feel that I am talking to someone. So now listen to it because I'm talking to you. And that is what I did. And it started with 2 people. Now there are 9 people in front of me. I give them speeches. So for me, it's pretty much same. Only the number of people have reduced. Earlier on stages, it was in 500, 600 people. Now there are 5 or 6 people. But it's
all right, that's fair. That's fair. And of course, you're reaching out to a much larger audience, which I'm sure is great.
I hate camera, but most of the people don't know this.
And yet here we are. So clearly you're doing something right. Before we let you go, there's one thing that we want to know from you. um COVID is, of course, affected all of us very deeply in an emotional sense as well, correct? Because it's not just the locked up in the home physically, but also emotionally. There's just a collective trauma that we're all going through now. In times like this, a lot of people are struggling to find the motivation to keep going ahead and keep doing daily tasks as well. In a time like this, Raj, how is it that you managed to create motivational content? Was it difficult? Did you change anything? What was it like?
It's not that difficult. The only thing is, I think we all are pretty comfortable in our houses. The only thing is leaving that comfort and doing something uncomfortable at the time when everything is just working out well for us. Even though it has been difficult when we are at home, but at the end of the day we are comfortable in our beds, right? So the main thing is we don't find motivation that to get out of the bed and do something. And for that, I think we all know what to do. We all have an idea of how we can change our lives or how we can make it better. The thing is, we just need daily reminders. And I try to do that with other people. So that's the only motivation I have, that if I am not reminding someone else, then they are not improving their life. So Raj, you better get up and remind them that they need to do this.
All right,
So it's like a
Raj, thank you so much for
responsibility.
being here. And you, of course, are taking on this responsibility very, very well, and clearly helping everybody out there. Thank you so much, Raj, for being with us on NewsX. It's an absolute pleasure to have you, and more power to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.